Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of the WWE Quizo is what I'm calling them. What I'm going to be doing is bringing on other creators to engage more with the audience. You know, there's a bunch of creators in the wrestling community who make content, do media, and I'm going to try to engage with as many people as I can to come on here and be a part of something fun to, collaborate with, but also be something fun to engage with the audience for. Today, I'm going to let the man himself introduce who he is. Some of y'all may know him, especially if you have Instagram. Justin, a.k.a. The Wrestling Classic, is the first official guest on the Quizzo.
Well, thank you for having me. It's an honor to be the first guest. It's a privilege. I'm kind of nervous. I'm not going to lie.
Not good at quizzes, trivia?
No, I feel like I know so much, but then there's like a certain period of like WWE history where I'm like, if you start asking me questions about like Velocity or WWE Slam, I ain't gonna know.
Yeah. We'll see where this goes. I try to make it as challenging as possible.
Yeah. Thank you for having me though. This is fun. I'm excited to test my knowledge and see what I need to remember.
As always, before we start, please make sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, turn on all notifications for this YouTube channel to be updated for all pro wrestling content and to be updated when we go live every Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern time zone for the No Name Wrestling Podcast. And I will also allow Justin to plug in his social medias as well. Make sure you go check out him on his stuff.
Yeah, make sure you guys follow me at The Wrestling Classic on Instagram. Subscribe to The Wrestling Classic on YouTube. Ton of great interviews on there. Got Jade Cargill coming up. I've had Stone Cold, Bret Hart, Chris Jericho, Ric Flair, MJF, a bunch of big names that I've interviewed in the past 3-4 years. So check that out on my YouTube channel. And then you can follow me on Twitter and you start using it a bit more, TWC Worldwide. And then also on TikTok, The Wrestling Classic. We're some merch from 500 level, guys. Check out the Sweet Razor Ramon shirt. But yeah.
Old school vibes right there. Old school vibes right there, man. I dig it. All right. Question 1 here for Justin. Are you ready?
I'm as ready as I'm going to be. So yeah.
Who did Roman Reigns defeat to win his first WWE title?
The very first one?
The very first title, his very first WWE Championship.
I think, and I could be wrong, but was it Dean Ambrose?
Dean Ambrose is correct. 1-0 right here, man. Starting off good. See, maybe you're overthinking the pressure too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe. I just don't throw it for those people that might be confused. Remember, Roman beat Ambrose at Survivor Series before Sheamus cashed in. That was the first time he won the title.
Question number 2. WrestleMania 33 was held where? What location?
I know where it was held. Do you need like the stadium name? I know it was
just where was that? Where was that?
In Orlando, Florida.
That is correct.
Is it the Citrus? No, it's not that one, right?
I think the Citrus Bowl. I think is what it's called.
Oh, I think so. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure. You guys can let us know in the comments.
So the same place was WrestleMania
24.
Retired, yeah.
All right, question number 3. This is a true or false question, so you just got to pick true or false here. True or false, Jeff Hardy is a former United States champion. True or false?
True.
That is true.
He beat Jinder Mahal. I remember that because Jinder just won the belt, and then Jeff Hardy literally beat him in Saudi like that. I don't want to say this hasn't been hard yet because I feel like I'm going to say that. The next, it's going to hit me hard, and I'm like,
Some of these questions might not be hard. All right, question number 4. In the 2020 Women's Elimination Chamber match, you had Shayna Baszler, Ruby Riott, Natalya, Liv Morgan, Asuka, and who else? One other person.
2020?
2020.
I remember this is 2020, so this is the one where Shayna dominated. That's the easy part.
Yep. There's one other person in this match that you're missing.
I'm going to be wrong here, but I'm going to say Sarah Logan.
That is actually correct. That is correct.
I was just going based off the other 2 members of the Riot Squad were in there. Okay. Correct.
That is correct. That was kind of a trick question. I don't know if he's going to play off the Riot Squad. So that's why I put that in there. I don't know if he was going to play off the Riot Squad faction. So, yes.
That was. I was like, it's 2020. Like, what was going on then? Yeah.
Question number 5. So far, so good. You haven't missed a question yet, man. Question number 5. Who was the last Divas champion? The last person to hold the Divas title?
Charlotte Flair.
That is correct. Charlotte Flair is also correct. 5-0, man. 5-0. You feeling a little confident over there?
Yeah.
All right. Question number 6. Who was the number 2 entrant in the 2021 Women's Royal Rumble? Who was number 2?
2021?
Pandemic. Thunderdome.
Oh no. Not the Thunderdome. That's like the Rumble like I didn't watch. Okay, so 2021's the one Bianca won. Bianca didn't go from 2 to the end, did she? I'm gonna say Bianca Belair.
Oh, Bianca was number 3. Number two was Naomi.
I wouldn't have guessed that. I wouldn't have guessed that. That would never even cross my mind. I was sitting here like, Bianca, was it like Asuka? Did they do a thing where like the last year's finalists were the first two? But I'm like, I do remember Bianca coming in really early and doing like the Iron Man thing. But I was just like, damn, okay.
Yeah, okay. She was number three.
5-1. This is sad. Okay.
First missed question, but you can always find ways to bounce back, man. So question number 7. I need you to tell me, who did Triple H face at Backlash 2005? Who was his opponent?
Batista.
That is correct. Batista is the correct answer.
I thought like, who did he face at WrestleMania? Then what was the okay? Batista. Yeah, that was the era where like the Backlash was like pretty much always a rematch of WrestleMania.
Yep.
The extra person thrown in there to make it a triple threat, but like it was always like a rematch in some sense. Yeah.
Question number 8. I need you to tell me how many days Gunther held the NXT UK title.
I don't know.
The NXT UK title. How many days did he hold the title? They actually just talked about this on Raw too. That's long ago.
I know. I just like, when NXT UK started, I really thought I was gonna be like, I'm a fan of this product. I'm gonna watch it, and then I just like did not watch all of it. I know it was longer than a year.
All his title reigns are longer than a year. So.
Was it longer than 2 years? That's a real question because he held it for a very long time.
All of his championship reigns are long. His Intercontinental Championship reign.
I'm just gonna throw a number. I thought that's strong. We're gonna be 5-2. I'm gonna say 510 days.
870 days. 870 days.
Crazy. Did they have nobody else that could win the title?
Well, he was supposed to lose to Finn Balor, but then the pandemic happened. I thought that was gonna be a hard one. And they talked about that just recently. So. That's why
I know. Gotta pay attention to these commentators.
All right, question number 9. At WrestleMania 31, there was a ladder match for the IC title. It featured Daniel Bryan, Dean Ambrose, Wade Barrett, Stardust, Luke Harper, Dolph Ziggler, and who else? Tick-tock.
Oh my God. I want to say that was 32. Stardust was in it. I know Luke Harper, Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler. Who else did you say?
Dean Ambrose and Wade Barrett.
I want to say Kevin Owens, but I don't think he was.
It's R-Truth.
Oh my God, I am failing this quiz. Okay.
R-Truth. Wait, Kevin Owens was 32.
I know. But I was like, they did similar. It was both for the Intercontinental title. I remember.
So question number 10. This is more of like a little history fact here. Do you know the first WWE superstar to become a 7-time WWE champion?
Oh, was it Hulk? Because he came back and he won one, but then there's also Rock and Austin that won it so many times back to back.
Now, obviously, there's people who surpassed that with multiple championship reigns.
100% the first one to do it. I'm trying to think, because before Hogan went to WCW, I think he hit 6. Then he came back in 2002 and he won another one. But then there's guys like Rock, Austin, and Triple H that were just winning them. You know what I mean? So, but I'm gonna take away Triple H because I feel like you're saying just the WWE Championship,
WWE title.
So, if we're talking about just the WWE Championship, is this Stone Cold?
It's The Rock.
Oh, I knew it was one of them. Vengeance, Rock or Stone Cold.
Vengeance 2002 when he beat Kurt Angle and Undertaker in the triple threat.
I just want everybody to know that's watching this that my answers are between Austin and The Rock. I just didn't know who.
Okay. You're in the right ballpark. Ballpark. All right, next question. Question number 11. SummerSlam was held in LA from 2009 until what year?
I went to 2013. That was still in the Staples Center. And then I just need to remember in my brain I think 2014 was the last year they held it there, right?
2014 is correct. 2014.
When Cena got murdered.
When they started doing Barclays Center in Brooklyn.
And they did Brooklyn for a bunch of years. Yeah, I was like, I went to 13, and then Cena got murdered, and that was the last one, I think. Okay.
All right. Next question. Question number 12. What was the opening match for the first ECW One Night Stand show in 2005? The first match on the card.
I don't know if it was Ray or if it was Benoit and Jericho. I'm trying to think here. But it might not be any of those guys, and I could be tripping. Who did Ray face again? Did he wrestle in that first one? He did, right? I'm going to say Benoit and Jericho. That's very wrong, though.
Lance Storm and Chris Jericho.
Oh, I knew Jericho was in it. See? Oh my god. I'm like, I remember Jericho being in it. Damn.
Lance Storm and Chris Jericho. You were half right. 50-50. 50-50.
Yeah, that's not fair. That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah. Question number 13. Who did Buddy Murphy face at Survivor Series 2018? 2018 Survivor Series. He had a match on the regular show against somebody. It's a cruiserweight title match.
Was it? No, I think he was gone by then. Was it Enzo?
Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali.
I don't remember that whatsoever.
Yeah. Ali. Enzo was messing with the cruiserweight title around that time, but
yeah.
Well, this actually might be the time. I think he actually was released at that time. I think he might have got released. Yeah. So. Question number 14. This may be easy. I guess depends. Who won the 2019 Women's Royal Rumble?
18 was the first one, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm so dumb. Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch is correct.
Because I was there. I was like, wait a minute. I went to 2019. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sometimes you gotta unravel that memory, man.
Becky and Seth. I remember.
But you were there for it though, so I mean.
Yeah, and then that was Sasha and Ronda, and it was a good match.
Yeah. Question number 15. At WrestleMania 31, AJ Lee teamed up with who? She had a tag team match against the Bellas. That is correct. Paige.
I was a AJ Lee fan, so that's good. And I like the Bellas, and I like Paige, so that was good. Okay, yeah. We're working here.
Yeah, you remember that like off the top of your head, man. Top of your head.
I was like that.
Question number 16. What year was the first ever Punjabi prison match held?
2007.
2006. Big Show versus Undertaker was the first Punjabi prison match. Great American Bash.
It was when Khali won the belt, but then he was supposed to face Taker and he got hurt and then ended up being Big Show.
Big Show, yep.
Oh, what did I just do to my own people? Oh, I am sorry, my fellow Punjabis.
Oh man, it's all right. Hey, listen, it's all right. You thought about it too fast. I did.
I just jumped right to 2007. I was like, oh.
Please make sure to subscribe, like, share, and comment as always. If you're watching, and let us know in the comments, man, how many you're getting right too. Maybe you're playing along. Maybe you're doing well. Maybe you're doing better than Justin. Maybe you're doing worse than Justin. We will find out.
Maybe we'll find out.
Question 17. At the Evolution pay-per-view they had for the all-women's pay-per-view, there was a women's battle royal. Who won that battle royal?
I remember the battle royal. I remember the people in the battle royal.
But do you remember?
I want to say Nia Jax, but I think I might be wrong.
That is correct. Nia Jax is correct.
I almost said Tamina, and I don't know why.
Tamina? She don't win anything.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Tamina.
That's literally where my brain went. Tamina, she doesn't win anything.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Tamina, she just does not win much. So.
Yeah. But I was thinking Battle Royal, Nia Jax seems like something they would do. Okay.
Question 18. During the Undertaker's streak, who is his 13th victim at WrestleMania? Number 13.
Snooker, Jake.
This man going down through the whole history.
Bundy.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
20, Kane, 21. Orton. Batista.
It was Randy Orton.
Oh! Was Orton?
It was Randy Orton. Randy Orton was number 13. Batista was 14. Batista was 15.
Did I miss a year counting right now in my head? Did I miss
Batista was 15.
Oh, you know who I missed?
Who'd you miss?
Giant Gonzalez.
Oh yeah, we all forget about that. So
I skipped WrestleMania 9 and went straight to WrestleMania 11. We
all forget that. Randy Orton was 13th.
I should have known. Okay.
Randy Orton was 13th.
You know what I should have known is that it was 10 at Flair, and then should have counted up from there. Like that's what I should have.
That's when they first acknowledged it, the 10.
Because he does the 10 thing. That's what I should have. That was on me, guys. I should have got that one too. That was a failure on my part.
I think you had two that you fumbled. I think.
So. I kind of fumbled.
Question number 19. Asuka eliminated how many people in the 2018 Women's Royal Rumble? Now, she won it. And she was the 25th entrant. I will give you that.
I'm going to say 5?
It was 3.
I didn't know. I had no idea.
It was only Ember Moon, Nikki Cross, and Nia Jax. Those are the only 3 she eliminated. Last question. Question number 20. Are you ready?
Yeah.
On an episode of Raw, Trevor Murdoch, Lance Cade, and Umaga in a handicap match faced John Cena, and who was his partner?
This sounds like 2000.
This is the wild card question right here.
That guy was a heel, so it's definitely not him. I'm gonna say Triple H.
It's Candice Michelle.
What?
Wild card question. Candice Michelle was his partner. They the GM.
I remember him having a team with Maria Kanellis one time for something like that. But
this was different. This was really when Jonathan Coachman was in charge, and they wanted to stack the odds against John Cena because he was the good guy. You know what I mean? So they put Candice Michelle as his partner.
I didn't even get 10 right. I'm so devastated. Okay, let's go.
So let's run through and let's see. So it might have been 10 to 10.
If we got 50% and we passed, I'm cool. But like,
you got 10 right, 10 wrong. But I mean, it's all good though. It's all good, man.
I mean, this is a good start to your series. Someone that was split right down the middle.
The pressure's on. The pressure's on.
Moving forward, this is why it's always great to be first. Like I remember being in school and being like, "You go to your presentation." I'm like, "I want to be first because I set the bar at wherever it is." Now, if someone does better than me, that's great. If someone does worse than me, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
but I do want to come back. And if it's like facing someone or something,
does anybody want to call out to bring on here? Anybody want to challenge?
I don't know. It's a good one.
Could be anybody.
Bring AJ Francis on here. I'll go play against AJ Francis. I'll get him on here.
Oh, say it to the camera then. You got to challenge
AJ Francis, I challenge you. Come on, let's do some wrestling trivia. He's a big wrestling fan himself.
You heard it here, man. AJ Francis, aka Top Dollar, for people who may not know Top Dollar.
Top Dollar. He'll do it. He's a man of the people.
So thank you for coming on, being the first guest. The next guest we have for episode 2 will be Conman 167, I think it is. Conman's one. I don't know the number, but Conman will be the next guest to play the wrestling Quizo, the WWE Quizo that we're going to have. As always, make sure you guys subscribe, like, share, comment below, turn on the notifications for all wrestling content to be updated on this channel and to be updated for the podcast that we do every Sunday. Justin, I will allow you to plug your stuff in one more time if you want to tell people where they can follow you and check you out.
Wrestling Classic on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. PWC Worldwide on Twitter. Go support. Really subscribe to the YouTube. I'm finally trying to grow. We're finally almost at 10K subscribers. It's my fault. Wasn't consistent with it. Trying to be consistent with it. Go subscribe.
Yeah, it's kind of my fault for YouTube too, man. I was slacking on the YouTube.
I was very like just dropping 2 interviews a month and nothing else. And now I've been like doing the shorts and trying to put smaller clips up there and stuff and making sure it's
we're trying to play catch up now, man. We're trying to play catch up now.
That's basically that's a game plan right now. So go subscribe to the YouTube. And then Instagram's like the hub of everything. That's where you'll know what's going on everywhere. And I'm trying to get better at X. I'm trying.
Trying, man. You get there, man. You get the process.